All right, I think we are live. Yeah. So far, stream looks good, pretty smooth. I'm not sure about audio, so if anyone is to make a chat, then sorry, if someone is to write in chat, then they can let me know. Great, awesome. So, yep, I am using the DJI Mark II, which is connected via Bluetooth, I guess, into the Pocket 3. Then the Pocket 3 is connected into, let me just spin this around. Oh, okay, doesn't go down. It's connected into the 03W via the white cable, and the blue cable that's attached to the 03W is connected to a power bank. This is from Anker. This is a 10,000 milliamp hour power bank. And right now it reckons it's going to give us about 4 hours and 50 minutes worth of runtime. So on the 03W, I have two USB Wi-Fi adapters connected, and one of which is connected to an iPhone, which is in hotspot mode. The other Wi-Fi adapter is connected to this Wi-Fi modem, and there is a third Wi-Fi connection, and that's inside the 03W, and that is connected to my personal phone in hotspot mode. So yeah, this is hopefully will be just a short stream to test out the system in an IRL environment. So, and I'm away from the house, so we're not connected to any home network. The dog. Oh, see it, boy. Oh, real time. That was real time. CFB, real time artistry right here. To show you the sand and my toes. Oh wait, I needed to do there. I need to do this. I also need to do this. Forty 40 minutes to shop and then make it back. Jesus. So I need to shop and then make it back to Shibuya Station to catch the train back to Napori Station using JR. And I think about 1 minute later it sorts itself out, but that's all right. So I think I still have an issue with the stats URL for the RIST protocol, because I've embedded that into the knobs automatic scene switcher, because for some reason or another, because the system is unable to detect the stats URL, it automatically switched as an offline tech difficulty scene. So what I've done now is I've manually switched over to the pure IRLBOX scene, so there's no overlays, unfortunately. So this will now be the entire scene. Have a look and see why the stats URL is having an issue. But since that has happened, I might just quickly send a ticket to see if we are able to look. Where is, I've already sent a ticket, so let me just check again. B, and see if anything works there. It seems the RIST stats is working again. Yeah, okay. Cool. That's okay. At least it's not an issue with the actual stream itself. It's an issue with the stats URL. So I'm just going to send a quick message to the same ticket again. Can you have a look when you get a chance? Have a look. All right. Well, question mark. Thanks. All right. Let's see. Yeah. So everything seems to be, in terms of the IRL configuration and setup and hardware and pushing out a RIST stream, everything is working great. Now it's just up to the stats URL within the knobs software. So let's, can I change settings here? No, I can't. So usually when I'm streaming with the Pocket 3, I would have the screen turn off after about a minute. But this is a newly acquired Pocket 3, which was a replacement for the previous Pocket 3 that broke. Luckily, it was still under warranty, and I was able to get a fully brand new system. So, right, I'm just going to attach you to the vehicle mount that I have here. Is it locked down? It's not locked. It's not locked the way I want it. All right, let's now go for a drive. If you can ping the other support member in this ticket, he will restart the server. Is there another person in the ticket? Cool. All right. Oh no, that wasn't for you. I was talking in my head how to reply back to the support ticket. So now we're just going to go for a quick drive and see how the system is handling. So again, I don't have knobs active, at least for the RIST stream, which is what I'm using right now. So let's go. So again, I do have 3 internet connections. So we might try to go to a location where it has been known to be a bit of an issue when doing IRL streaming, and that is towards the beach. So the best way, probably, if we go left, it would loop us all the way around. So if we go right, it would cut at least half the distance. All right. So yeah, we don't have any overlays in this particular scene. So yeah. I'm not sure if there's a way to turn. Oh, but then if you turn off knobs, I won't be able to use commands to switch scenes anyway. So, wet my toes? Maybe. Depends on how reception is all the way out in the sands. Welcome on in, Celia Bay. So yes, this is a stream coming in from the 03W using the RIST protocol endpoint relay. using 3 internet connections, and yeah, hopefully it looks okay and it sounds okay as well. Yeah, so the entire system is running off this. It's about the size of a deck of cards and probably twice as thick. Yeah, so I'm thinking of maybe finding like an old JBL speaker and gutting it and installing everything from here into the speaker, and then use the grill of the speaker as a grill for the fan. Forty minutes to shop and then make it back. So I need to shop and then make it back to Shibuya Station to catch the train back to Napori Station using JR. So we need to get to. Yep.
What does a kid think a car sounds like?
Brum brum.
What do they think a horn sounds like?
What?
What does a kid think a horn sounds like?
Oh, beep beep. Oh my god! Oh my god! Got to be better. But just like with Barbie got a new hat, give it to you. You need one? Resist, resist. Alright, my toes have been. It would seem back now. It's okay, let me find a spot so we can troubleshoot this. Oh, looks like the URL server's back. So it looks like that's returned. That's good. I hope. I don't know. It's hard to judge from the stream. All right, let's see, where are we at? So if we go, we take a right. Now if I switch back to the live scene, we should be in a position where if there's a technical difficulty, if there's an issue with the bitrate, it will automatically scene switch to a technical difficulty. Okay. All right, let's not aim or dwell to attempt to go to the beach. We'll just go here and just go for a walk. This seems like a good place as any. It's a small park area for people to take their dogs and kids to do a walkabout. So I might go here. And there's nothing in the car, so, you know, not as worried. So let's go. Let's go park in an area where there's no trees on top, which means no leaves. Whew. Okay, so that was a thing that happened. Oh, welcome in Flying Kiwi, hope you're doing well. Yeah, so at the present moment I am doing a test for the 03W using IRLBOX and using the RIST protocol. So earlier in the stream, the live scene automatically switched to technical difficulties, even though I had perfect bit rates, good internet connections. It turned out to be the URL stats server that was it needed to be rebooted. So, and I think Muggles was able to do that for me, so that's a good thing. And apparently a bug has been found since the last time we chatted. So I'm just going to quickly put this into the bag so we can do just a bit of a short IRL walk around the park here. So again, this is the 03W with a few adapters running the software IRLBOX. We have this white cable, which is connected to the Pocket 3 camera. And then we have this blue cable, which is connected to a power bank. Then we have this two USB port hub, which contains 2 USB Wi-Fi adapters, as well as we have 1 internal Wi-Fi module on the 03W board itself. So that's a total of 3 internet connections. So we can, I was wanting to try and maybe just do this. That way then it kind of shows that the board is light enough to wear like a lanyard. So then what do I need to carry? Well then, if I don't need to carry any more, I might just do it that way. Carry it like a lanyard, carry the camera, We have the chat phone. I can put that on my wrist. And then the internet connections, we have one internet connection from the Wi-Fi modem. Then we have another internet connection coming in from the iPhone, which is in hotspot mode. And I'll just turn off the Wi-Fi because the Wi-Fi is actually turned on. Why is it turned on? So we have the iPhone with a SIM card and the Wi-Fi modem hotspot as well. I have a phone. I have my personal phone in hotspot. The 3 Wi-Fi internet connections. Hang on. Yeah, the iPhone, because the iPhone's Wi-Fi was still turned on, and then that was, I think, connected to the personal phone's hotspot mode. So it does do that, at least. So great glitching. So let me, you know what? Just for the time being, let me turn off the hotspot from the iPhone. And just rely on 2 internet connections, which is coming in from my personal phone and my hotspot. The personal phone Wi-Fi and the Optus Wi-Fi modem, they're both running the Woolworths SIM card. So that wouldn't be a fair test for cellular towers around here as well. So I might just leave it on and just deal with it when we come across a drop and see how well or poorly the protocol is able to catch up. Yeah, that's weird. Okay. Yeah, bitrate keeps dying. And this is something that I've also noticed when I was testing at home as well. I might drop the bitrate down. So even though the stats page states it's connected to 3 internet connections, all with some pretty good connection, seems so. Okay. So I have 3 SIMs, 2 of which is with Woolworths, which is part of the Telstra network. And then the 3rd SIM is with Felix, which is part of the Vodafone network. I thought it would be as an alternative to like the SITLA. But this is why we test things, so hooray. Okay, let's go for a walk and a wander and see how well or poorly this system and protocol runs. Let's see. So I'll flip it the other way so we can use the short handle to secure. Okay, so we've got the car key. Let's go for a walk. I should really turn off the screen. It'll conserve battery power too, I think. Alright, so yeah, the 03W encoder is literally hanging from my neck. So let's go for a walk. All right, I need to do a quick reminder to turn off the Pocket 3 screen, conserve power. Yeah, so we're using the 03W board that's attached to this lanyard, and then a power bank's used to power it. We also have the Pocket 3 connected via USB cable. So this is the DJI Pocket 3. It's a 3-axis gimbal head. It's currently on sale. The cheapest that I've seen here in Australia is $598 at Harvey Norman. And today is the last day to utilize a bonus within Harvey Norman, if you can believe it or not, is if you spend over $500, you will receive a bonus gift card at 10% of that purchase payment. So for instance, if you bought a $600 item from Harvey Norman for today, you get a $60 bonus gift card to use within a month. Yeah, so the USB, it does both. It sends video and audio over the USB cable, as well as being charged itself. Unfortunately, the port that I'm using isn't as fast to charge, at least for the Pocket 3. So it's not really charging the Pocket 3, but it's also not decreasing too much power quickly. So it's, I guess, prolonging the power. Oh yeah, fair enough. Or you can get the American variant. I think they call it the Extra Muse.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Fine, bunny.
Hey Lethal, how are you? Welcome on in. I'm just doing a quick test with my current setup. So the IRL streaming kit that I'm using is the DJI Pocket 3, and it's connected via USB to this. And then this is then connected to a power bank, and that is the streaming kit. And then I have 3 devices providing Wi-Fi connection to the main system. So, but I hope you're doing well, Lethal. Hopefully you had a good Christmas and all that jazz. Hopefully the fam is all good. And again, to everyone as well, hopefully everyone has had a good Christmas or holiday, depending on what you celebrate. And yeah, so I'm here just walking around doing quite a bit of a test. At the present moment, I've never experienced an overheating issue with the Pocket 3. So it's only the Action 4 that I've experienced overheating issues. But yeah, so let me point you forward so you guys can see what it's like with the 3-axis stabilization gimbal head. So yeah, this is essentially a park. I don't know if you would call it a dog park, but a lot of people and their dogs come here quite often. Let's squat down, see the water. Yeah, it is. This area is quite nice. A lot of the property here don't actually have fences, so this is a more upscale area as well. Yeah, I had a good Christmas. We didn't do like a family lunch thing. Everyone was quite lazy, so we just went and bought stuff. Makers, because they were still open. Hungry Jack's was open as well, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, yeah, and we are on now the bridge. Flip. So one of the things about this particular camera is it doesn't have such a wide angle lens. So So for tight areas or tight spots where you want to showcase more of the scene, when in comparison to say the Action 4 or other action cameras, they have quite a large lens. So yeah. So yeah, so this is a nice area for people to come and play on the playground, play on the basketball court. I mean, the court itself is quite large. I wonder why they only put one ring instead of two. So there seems to be a pair of shoes and a soccer ball there, so, and no one around. Interesting. It is currently almost 8 p.m. Hang on, is that even right? Is my time even correct? 7:11 is what time my phone says, but unfortunately my chat phone is on a different time. Yeah, half court, but I mean, they could have extended a little bit longer, right, for a full court. Oh, hang on. Yeah. The gimbal. And I'm in an open field now, so the wind is quite blowy. So I do apologize if my audio isn't great. Oh, there is a basketball. Let's see if we walk along there. So there is another footbridge, but I think someone else is going to walk up there, so I might do the other way. Color profile is really great. Yeah, I haven't played around with the settings on the camera. It's literally stock, but I'm pretty sure if and this is the one thing about the DJI action cameras when connected via USB mode, is it's put a limitation on what you can access in terms of the settings while you're using it in webcam mode. So if I were to pull down now and see if I can, well, I can change the brightness of this internal screen. I can pull down. I can't pull up or left or right. Yeah. But it is overcast. So if I aim for the sunset, that might be a better view, perhaps. Excuse me. I think streaming here is better, only because I'm not getting eaten by sandflies. So I think I made a good decision in that regard. All right, so I'm just gonna handhold this and walk as well. Oh yeah, those damn sandflies. Ah. All right, let's see if we can walk up this so we can get to that footbridge over there. If it's not the sandflies, it's the mosquitoes. So, yes. So there's that creek that we were at, and it snakes around this way. And then it flows over to here and then down that way. So unfortunately, if we're near any body of water, it means that insects and bugs are nearby as well. So, yeah. That was a good test, I think, to see if there was any video quality loss. So what I might do is, since we've been streaming for about, well, we've been out IRL for about, I think, 15 minutes. What I might try and do is increase the bit rate and see if the system is able to handle an increased bit rate change. Right, so I've changed it from 2500 kilobits per second. I've now increased it to 4000 kilobits per second. And I want to see if the system is able to handle that without too much degradation of video quality as well. So yeah, it's at 4000 now, and we have 3 internet connections bonded together, and they are all sharing or balancing the load to each of the connections. So that's a good thing. And yeah, all right, let's try to aim at some foliage again and see how well or bad the stream is able to pick that up. Again, I'm only streaming at 4000 kilobits per second. I could probably push it to 6, and we'll see if the quality degrades. Okay, let's aim below. Well, let's actually center ourselves. Okay. Now I'm slowly tilting the camera upwards. All right, it is getting dark. I should really change the timing on this chat phone, which is only just attached to my wrist. Yeah, so even as a small compact system, all the extra things that you need to bring with you, like all the internet connections, as well as your chat phone, spare power bank, it still makes it, it still does make it a bit of a bunch of more gear to carry with you, so yeah. All right, let's continue walking back to the car park. Oh, the sunset. It is quite, because I'm in frame, the sky does look blown out, but if I were to now switch over and point the camera itself without me in the frame, that is essentially the true color of what the skyline looks like. Right, switchy, switchy. I said switchy, switchy, okay. And now the camera will have all the white balance and exposure pointed at my face. So, yes, yes. Hey Lethal, you gonna be playing tonight or not? Is it a chill weekend up until the New Year's? I might jump on. Yeah, again, I'm still having trouble with RedSec. Whenever I load it up, it forces close my entire system and I have to do a force restart. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Yeah, so, yeah. I think this is, apart from the issue in the beginning of the stream, I think overall it seems to have worked out great. It's yeah, beyond my expectations. And again, everything's all running from literally this. So I might think about, let me just sit down for a second. I might think about maybe finding like an old JBL speaker or something, you know, that most IRL streamers use for their TTS. And I might gut it and then try have all the components of this installed into the JBL speaker, because in that way it just looks like a speaker if you're looking at it from afar. But in actual fact, it's a streaming encoder. So yes, I am glad that everything's all working now. There was quite a bit of an issue in a previous stream when I tried to test this exact same configuration, and I just kept getting glitches, green screens, as well as repeated frames on stream. So I'm glad I was able to get that sorted. I believed it was one issue within the OBS settings of the media source that ingests in this particular IRL stream, is I had to disable hardware decoding for this particular source within the scene. And apparently that fixed the issue of the green glitching and the repeated frames. So yeah, it's funny how it was just literally one setting and it fixed everything, or it fixed that particular part of the stream. But yeah, all good, all good. So I did a stream, I think on the 26th. Yeah. I had to dig through quite a bit of Discord channels to see if someone else has experienced the exact same issue. And it turned out to be a common issue with some low-powered machines unable to utilize internal hardware to decode the incoming ingest stream, which is the IRL stream. So luckily they kept that particular issue on the Discord, so I was able to look for it and hunt for it and be able to apply the solution that they've suggested to my system as well. All right, let's head back home. And yeah. Oh yeah, the sky. The sky looks fantastic at the moment. Too bad I'm not at the beach. Then we would have been able to catch the actual sun going down into the water. But this is actually quite a good show. Oh, damn it. There we go. Thanks, Lethal. Yeah. So, aside from the potential glitching, as long as it looks and sounds okay, then that's good enough for IRL streaming, at least in my opinion. And with the current hardware that I have, which are all, because the board itself only costs $50 Australian. So, for a board this size to be able to utilize it to be a streaming encoder, will just make things, yeah, it opens up more possibility for more smaller setups and rigs. All right, let's go. Oh, I wonder if face tracking helps as well. So I do have face tracking now enabled on the DJI Pocket 3, and if I just keep my hand still, the gimbal itself will keep my face centered pretty much on the screen. So if I now twist the camera in my left hand to the left and then to the right, it will try and keep my face centered on screen. All right, let's head on home. So yeah, everything's all literally hanging off a lanyard. Not the power bank, because that's in my pocket, but still. The core, the brain unit and hardware of this setup is hanging on a lanyard around my neck. I do have to look into why the Pocket 3 is also not charging itself in this configuration. I've just remembered why nobody parks here at night time. Cars get broken into quite a lot here, but it is still there's still somewhat daylight, and I've parked under a street lamp, so yes. All right, before I open the car, I'll just double check if there's any broken or any pieces that's been jimmied. Nope. Yep, that has been locked. Okay, cool. Yeah. But it's always nice to double check. So I just before I unlocked the car, I went around and checked all the doors to make sure it's all still locked. Because with what I found with many broken-in vehicles, they would leave the car doors unlocked after they've done their business. So let's lock down. Squeal. Okay, so this is the encoder. I like to show it off. This is literally the power bank. And yeah, that is it. In terms of hardware, I still have to carry around the Wi-Fi, the devices that shares its Wi-Fi. So